Hey everyone. So as you know, version 6.1 dropped just a few days ago, and that means a lot of us are probably looking at our primogem count. If you're someone who really needs some extra pulls to try and get your Nefer and Furina, or maybe you're just on the fence, still wondering whether you should pull right now or maybe save up for the next updates, this is the video for you. In today's video, we are going to calculate all of the primogem sources that are available during this first phase. We're going to break down every single pull you can possibly get before these first phase banners come to an end, all so you can make the absolute best decision for your own account. And hey, really quickly, there is a new code available that gives you 60 primogems. I'm going to leave that code down in the video description and also in the pinned comment so it's easy to find. You'll want to hurry up and claim that one before it expires, simply because these types of codes usually only last for a few days, so you don't want to miss out on those free primos.
Looking for the best way to recharge in Genshin Impact? Loot Bar is the smarter choice. It works exactly like the in-game top-up, but it's way more affordable. New users get 10% off with the link in the pinned comment. Loot Bar also has special deals on crystal packs, including the 6480 bundle, and even an all-in-one package with everything you need. See this? The regular $100 pack only costs $82 on Loot Bar. The process is simple and secure. You don't need your password or login. Just enter your UID, pick your server, choose your pack, and your crystals are delivered in seconds. Players around the world trust Loot Bar because it's fast, safe, and way more affordable. So don't waste your money. Click the link in the description or pinned comment and start saving on your top-ups today. Loot Bar. Safe, fast, and a much better value.
Now for a quick reminder about the giveaways. Both of the 6,480 Genesis Crystals giveaways are still active and will stay open until October 31st. I'll be announcing the winners on November 1st. As always, these are part of the monthly giveaways we do here on the channel, so if you haven't joined yet, make sure you do. All you need to do is be subscribed, watch all the videos, and comment your UID and region. 2 winners will be picked soon, so don't miss your chance. So, this first phase is going to run all the way until November 11th, and it's featuring the banners for the new character, Nefer, and also Furina. Furina hasn't been back for a while, so I know a lot of people were really waiting for this particular rerun. But you have to listen. What's coming after this phase might really be worth saving your primogems for. This is especially true when we look at the upcoming versions 6.2 and 6.3. We are expecting some really strong characters to drop in those updates, so you really need to think carefully about where you want to spend your wishes and your resources. Oh, and just a quick heads up before we start counting. Since this version has already been out for a few days, we are only going to calculate what you can get starting from today, which is October 25th. I'm just going to assume that you've already collected the rewards, like the maintenance compensation, and of course the daily commissions from the past few days. Okay? This way, we're all starting from the same point, and the calculations that we do will be accurate for everyone who is watching this video. Now let's start with the easiest and most reliable source of primogems, which is, of course, the daily commissions. These really add up more than you might think over time. We have 17 days remaining in this first phase, and over that time, you will earn 1,020 primogems just by doing your 4 daily missions. That works out to 60 primogems every single day. And honestly, this is the absolute foundation of every free-to-play account's primogem stash. If you are seriously saving for a specific character, you absolutely cannot skip your dailies, especially when you still have some time left to gather up those resources. It might seem like a small amount each day, but it truly does add up when you are consistent with it. The new Archon quest in Nod Cry is also pretty generous this time around. Just by playing through the story, you'll get 650 primogems, plus you get 2 bonus intertwined fates. Those fates add another 320 primogems in value, which brings the total to close to 970 primogems just from experiencing the main story. Events are where things really get interesting, as they are usually the fastest primogem source and one of the biggest ones too. The main event for version 6.1 is set to start on November 7th, and it should give you right around 1,000 primogems once you complete the whole event, which includes all of its different stages and challenges. On top of that, there's another smaller event, and that one is adding 420 more primogems to your collection. So, If you add it all up, that's 1,420 primogems coming from events alone just during this first phase. These events typically involve different mini-games and a bit of story content, and they're always designed to be accessible for most players, so you really don't need to worry too much about the difficulty. As usual, we'll also have the endgame modes for those of you who really like that challenging content. During this first phase, there is only one Imaginarium Theater reset, which happens on November 1st. If you are able to complete all the stages, and that includes the new lunar difficulty level, you can secure another 1,000 primogems. That is a pretty good amount for just a single mode. The Imaginarium Theater has really become one of the most rewarding endgame activities, so it is definitely worth putting in the effort if you have the roster for it. We'll also have Stygian Onslaught, which is starting its new rotation on October 29th. As it usually does, this mode gives 450 primogems as rewards. If you happen to be returning to the game and you don't know this mode yet, you can just think of it as a mini spiral abyss where you use 3 different teams and you face new mechanics and challenges. And don't forget about the character trials for Nefer and Furina. Each one of those trials gives you 20 primogems. So that's a guaranteed 40 primogems in total. It only takes something like 2 minutes per trial, and you don't even need to pull for the characters to do it. It's just a test run, and it lets you try out both of their gameplay styles and see if you actually like how they play. It is always a good idea to do these trials before you decide whether or not you want to pull for a character. The monthly Paimon's Bargain Shop reset also happens on November 1st. This is great because it gives you 5 free intertwined fates just by using the Stardust Exchange, which is worth about 800 primogems in value. Honestly, when you combine this with the Imaginarium Theater reset that happens on the exact same day, you already have over 10 pulls in a single day. That's a pretty significant boost to your wishes, especially if you happen to be close to pity. We will have some small primogem sources this update as well. Things like promotional codes and web events are always kind of unpredictable, both in terms of their timing and the rewards they give. But on average, you can probably expect around 120 primogems from things like livestream codes and those little browser mini-events that pop up throughout the patch. It's not a lot when you compare it to the other sources, but it is completely free and it takes minimal effort. So you should definitely keep an eye on the official channels and social media for those opportunities. So, after adding up all the primogem sources that we've covered, you are looking at a guaranteed 5,820 primogems by the end of Nefer's banner on November 11th. That works out to be 36 pulls for free-to-play players, which is a really decent amount. If you happen to buy the Blessing of the Welkin Moon, that number jumps up to about 45 pulls, thanks to those daily 90 primogems you get from it. And you have to remember, this calculation doesn't even count exploration, puzzles, or any of the hidden chests in areas you haven't explored yet in Nodcry or any of the other regions. If you've been putting off exploration, now might be a really good time to go back and collect all those extra primogems. So what is your plan for this phase? Are you going to be pulling for Nefer or Furina in this phase, or are you saving everything you have for what comes next in version 6.2 and 6.3? I'd love to know, so let me know down in the comments, especially if you're farming towards a guaranteed pity, or maybe if you're just torn between multiple characters. As always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Genshin Impact content and more Primogem calculations. I'll see you all in the next one.